Now, got a little bit of soft background music. I think we'll turn that off now.
Yeah, otherwise...
Yeah. Well, I'm having to stand in for the bald man at the moment as he's retraining as a tourist guide for the Galactic Federation. He's got a 22-year contract, I believe, until he leaves this mortal coil. But standing in for him at the moment, I think you know what I've been up to, trying to chase councils to just speak to anybody with authority. They're getting even more confusing. Our good friend Mickey, we're friends. There's people will call us other things on there because, you know, he's got some dark stuff that he's got to deal with, and so have I, and so has Ceylon, and so have a few others. So people think we band together. We don't. We just help each other. Put another zero on. Oh, that's a
it's good to help your fellow man or woman.
Well, there's some people trying to help here. We've got glances at some paperwork which is very, very confusing, so we're going to make a call about it. It's from Nottingham City Council, but it's actually two. We got Mickey's name still left on here. We've had to remove a few details.
We've removed the address, that's all.
Yeah.
Everything else, notice there's no contact details up there.
No
None
reference,
whatsoever.
Nothing at all. And then we get a little bit further down, and this is a bit that's confusing me, so I'm going to ask some questions. It says, "Dear Sir, Nottingham City Council and yourself." Okay, and then we finish off after several points.
Who's yourself again?
I think it might be this person's self. And it's actually signed.
Yeah, this is interesting.
Yeah. Community protection. It's a
Oh,
signature.
dear,
Remember I was saying
dear.
about names and liabilities, but this is a very confusing document that we may actually have to call the police on just to try and to explain, unless the council can say, yes, we have sent this, and yes, the author of this is, what, written on behalf of, what, CEO?
CEO or the leader.
Yeah, it's a bit
Both
of
of them.
conflict and interest, but yeah, they're getting a bit upset with Mickey shouting because no one's actually responding, and I don't shout, I just try to make sure everybody knows how embarrassing it is. Right, there's no reference or contact number. Got any numbers for them?
9155555.
So it's 01159
15
55
5555.
5555. Now I hope everybody can appreciate this number. It's a bit complicated in case you need to ring it. And who do you think I should be asking for? Because we've had a few.
This time.
Oh, I might need my glasses on.
Welcome to Nottingham City Council.
Thank you.
For bulky waste and bin collections, please press 1. For council tax, please press 2.
Money.
For housing benefits, please press
Money.
3. For all other enquiries, either press 0 or continue to hold to be connected to an
Ow.
operator.
Well, yours here.
No, he meant that. I've done it 50. I don't know what that is.
Switchboard can help you.
Yes, I want to speak to somebody in particular if they're available. The name was off, please. Oh yes, I've got it here.
Thank you, I'll just try it for you.
Definitely is City Council.
Speaking. No, it's Papa.
Papa, who are you, Papa? What's your role?
Saba, I work 18.
Okay. Available.
She's off on her lunch at the moment.
Oh, okay then. Well, mate, are we sure we should call back? Okay then. I will be calling back. I'm dealing with a little issue of a letter that seems very, very confusing. I'm afraid I can't give you a reference, or your reference, or a contact and email, because it's been sent without one, and I've got a feeling I want to check if this is actually legitimate or somebody's actually using Nottingham City Council to commit an act of fraud. But it's actually in here saying we have to agree. But this document looks very, very iffy, and it's asking somebody to do some very, very strange things. So I'm hoping you can she can give me a call back as soon as possible. I think what I will need to do is to ring 101. But I think I better check first, so I don't want you having to deal with police when it could actually just be somebody very, very stupid and not put the references on.
She should be back within the next hour if you want to ring back, or tell her to give you a call.
She's got a long lunch then. What time does she go to lunch then? Must have been just recently. We were expecting, well, we're trying to call her earlier. We haven't been able to get hold of her. It's 2 o'clock. So you think she'll return from lunch by 3 o'clock?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to preempt her, letting her know that I'll be calling, or she can call me? I'll give you my telephone number if you like.
Okay, yep, sure.
Okay. Don't forget to cut this out. Right.
Calling.
Jonathan.
Jonathan.
Yeah.
Okay, Jonathan, I'll get her to call you back.
Okay, what was your name again? Because I didn't pronounce it very well.
Saba.
M. Saba. Okay,
Yeah.
I think that's good. The other name I could ask for if she's there.
No, I don't think she's here right now.
She alive, perhaps.
Might be, to be honest.
Okay, then.
Went not long ago.
Okay, you,
But yeah.
you have a lovely morning. It's just very important we do speak because this
Yeah,
is
well,
very,
let her
very
know.
odd. It's got your heading on it, but all the other details seem to be really, really strange. And what they've actually asked to do is actually not legal. And then the signature is very, very interesting. So it's looking as though it's coming from your department. And I don't think it can be because you'll have records of letters, wouldn't you?
Yeah, we would.
And we just give you the reference number and you'd find it, wouldn't you?
I'm not too sure. I haven't been working that long. I'd probably deal with that.
Okay, that's fine. You have a nice day and we'll speak to you in a bit then. Lynn, hopefully. Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.
Right. Well, we've always said how easy it is to get through to everybody. Oh, there's a number up there.
Well, isn't that strange that when I called her at about 10:30 this morning and then said I'd call her back an hour later, I can't remember if she was there or not, but then, oh yeah, that was it, she was in a meeting. And now we've called, what's now, 2 o'clock-ish?
It is now actually 2 o'clock.
2 o'clock, so now, and when we called earlier, she's been in a lunch. She goes for lunch at 2 o'clock, that's rather peculiar. And she goes for lunch with her at the same time. It's almost like they don't want to speak to us.
No, they're very French, because remember, we're going to be under French law, and French, very long lunches, and lots of wine. But do you think we actually should have a look at this letter? So we've got it in
I
advance?
think we should, yeah.
Okay, the letter in question has actually been sent to, and he doesn't mind us saying, it's to Mickey Summers. All references at the top and who you can contact is gone, and it says urgent and important. We can flash this up on screen. 10th of October, dear sir. So it's definitely to Mickey.
But Mickey's not a sir.
Well, to them he is, because it helps. And then the next heading is Nottingham City Council and yourself.
Who's yourself?
Well, this might be a way out. They actually might be very, very clever by actually saying this is Nottingham City Council and yourself. I don't know if it's some really clever legal ploy.
This is Nottingham City Council we're talking about.
Well, they're either an absolute genius, because you know I like my paperwork, or a complete idiot, and I've got to treat them as a genius, as though it's a game of chess. But we note that you have matters concerning historical abuse, and they're meant to be dealing with the police. So we're skimping through this. You've already been sent a letter on the 3rd of October to confirm that your point... Apparently, this Mickey Summers, has recently behaved in a manner which is unacceptable to the council, its staff, councillors, visitors, employees or agents. And you have caused harassment and alarm in your behaviour, some of which is detailed below. The reason why Mickey keeps going in and trying to actually speak to the boss... I've got to have to do that anyway. And they just really do not want to speak to him because it might have some implications because the questions they can't answer. It's going to let everybody down, isn't it? So in September the 11th, he... Oh, here it comes. You're disrupting a meeting by shouting and being abusive. Your associates recorded this incident and it was uploaded onto the internet. That's one on September the 11th, but the one on the 8th was BBC.
Yeah, the 11th was nothing to do with... these are just... They don't even know what's going on. Typical council.
Okay. Well, whoever's written this down has got some dates here. 28th of September, he conducted a protest outside Chief Executive's home. Oh, what? Well, why don't you see him at work, Mickey? What? Surely he'll agree to see you there, won't he?
He did afterwards.
Oh, he did?
Afterwards.
Oh, fantastic. So we're actually getting somewhere. Yeah, and again, you caused harassment, alarm and distress. You shouted abuse and obscenities through a microphone.
That's lies.
Well, it's up on the internet, so you can have a look. And your associates filmed you. This was later.
Oh no!
To the
Somebody
internet.
filmed him! That's terrible! They must be breaking a law, according to the council.
Yeah, but you've uploaded it to the internet, so...
Oh yeah,
they don't want that up
you're
there.
not allowed to put stuff up on the internet that everyone can see how corrupt Nottingham City Council are.
Oh, he also visited, this is on the 1st of October, demanding to speak, because of course he still hadn't got to see him by then.
Yeah, but he did come down then because he didn't want Mickey to go back and visit him at his home again.
Well, I'm afraid Mickey's been gesticulating and shouting and obstructed people in the reception area from leaving the building.
No, yourself has, not Mickey. Let's not
This is
forget.
why I'm saying he might be a genius. They might actually say, no, we didn't say you, we said Nottingham City Council and yourself, not referring to who it is. So this is why, because otherwise it's saying you did these things, and of course they've got video non-stop playing in there, or recording in there, which will show these things. So, as well as the stuff that was uploaded to the internet.
Why don't you up them to the internet?
Yeah, well, people were visibly harassed, alarmed and distressed by your behaviour.
Total poo-poo.
I think you shouting, do you know your leaders are paedophiles? Well,
Isn't that a question?
he did actually say, he says, do you know?
Well, that's
but
a
he's
question.
asking them.
Yeah, that's a question.
Right, and that might be his opinion. But
So what they're saying is, you can't ask questions of the council because we're above the law.
right, now, I started this bit back with me just to see, because I was told that we don't have any rights of appeal, the council does everything, is like, shall we call it the Democratic German Party 1933, and they make the rules up and you don't have any rights. Now, that's bad enough if people think that already, because the laws change even more. So even this type of thing will become a criminal act if we give these non-existent people the authority by stupidity.
It'll only be a criminal act under statutes and acts which only apply if you consent to them.
They don't like this. We've got number 4 here, October the 2nd. Attended Loxley House Association with a megaphone. You could be heard throughout the building. Oh, so it was very effective then.
That was the idea.
Whoa.
Mickey would be halfway through a phone call and they hung up on him. So he went to Loxley House to finish the phone call, which is what he did, and then left.
They do usually hang up if it gets too far. I mean, I'm dealing with some decent people at the moment who I believe want to stay on the line, but our phones go down, they ring back. These people don't. Right, yeah, it was filmed this instant thereafter, uploaded the footage to the internet.
Oh, yeah,
it's not in the public interest, is it?
Utterly disgraceful, uploading stuff for the public to view and make their own minds up. That's the last thing the council would want.
Well, he's not been very good here as well, because on October the 4th, he attended the council surgery at Rise Park. You were approached by and obstructed him from leaving the car park on his way to attend official council event in the city centre.
That's an absolute lie, because he was there for his surgery between 11 and 12.
Ah, you're right. Yes, so he wasn't actually there stopping him leaving, because he's there from 11 to 12. What time was it?
11:30.
So where he was
20 past. So he was actually leaving 40 minutes before his surgery finished.
So he'd done 20 minutes of surgery.
Yeah.
Well, we didn't know. I'm sorry, we didn't know there was an important meeting that overshadowed the surgery of what the actual people would like to
So the
ask.
last thing they want to do is speak to the people.
We'd like to know which meeting that was to make sure it was important, because we would apologise. We really would apologise if it's that important. Right, this behaviour is not acceptable. In order to address your behaviour, you are now to refrain from the following. Now remember, there's no references, there's no real name on it, but somebody we want to know is asking Mickey to refrain.
You're the ones responsible for this.
So if
you're the ones guilty of fraud.
So who are these letters being sent by, on whose behalf? Are they being sent on behalf of community protection?
It's not actually a real signature, it's a photocopied one, even the community protection.
Yeah, but it does say community protection,
yeah,
which I believe, unfortunately, I know he's a good friend of... Because when I started this, he's what I was dealing with immediately, and says, you don't want to do this. I mean, mine was a parking ticket, I remember. He's going like, you don't want to do this isn't the right way to go, this causes people's harm, so let's... I mean, his attitude from that point would go like, I'm authoritative, I can do this. So if this has come from community protection, we'll have to assume it's sign the letter, but I don't think you should when you find out that Nottingham City Council and yourself might have been making a bit of a balls up. Right, A. You are not permitted to enter any council premises, including but not limited to Loxley House. Well, if I stop it just at that. Right, so they've actually removed his implied rights of access.
They haven't. They're just saying you're not allowed there.
So, but they're trying to make it look, because remember, it looks very official.
But wait a minute, who's saying this?
Community.
You couldn't make it up, could you?
Right, so remember, nobody wants to take it. So we're going to find out who's actually sent this letter. That's our
we'll
job.
try and find out.
Yeah, and basically, if not, we're going to say, well, is somebody posing as the council? Because that's fraud as well, isn't it? But obviously somebody's a bit rattled. But if it goes all the way to the top, it ends up at the same people we're complaining about. As I said, what's the point of complaining to your abusers of abuse?
Yeah.
I've been doing that. And there are other forms of abuse. Remember, this is just financial with me. But people have actually had their lives turned upside down. And they're complaining to people at the top. Not the people who abused them, of course, just people at the top. The same way as most people at the top
you mean
get there by...
the gatekeepers?
It's embarrassing for them, because if these things have been going on, it's meant to be their duty of care, and it's about money.
Yeah.
Because, we have a 70 million shortfall this year to claim back. Did you know that? After all the stoppage, we're still short of